Dead of the Night, the newest Black Ops 4 DLC map that we have gotten. And I gotta say, they did a really good job with this one. They went away from what they do with usual maps and they made something creative. They just said fuck it to everything else and they did something kind of weird to do something kind of cool. But how in the hell did you mess this one up? So, if you've ever played Dead of the Night before, you will know that the most infuriating thing about the map is the Nosferatus. That's about the only thing that I dislike about the map, and oh boy, it's a big one. But not only is it just terrifying to look at, but the design of this is so flawed that I just don't understand how in the hell this was fucked up this badly. So, in order to understand the abilities of the Nosferatu, I'm going to explain a couple of previous, I guess you could say, special zombies. So, the first one I want to go over is the Hellhounds. Now, the special thing about the Hellhounds is that they are super fast, so they will always catch up to you, even though you're running. But the trade off to that is that they do low damage and they have low health. So, they're easy to kill, they just keep you on your toes at all times. And to balance the fact that these things are low, is that they have a pretty moderate spawn frequency. Pre-patch, they spawned like fucking wildfire, so you couldn't even go around without getting a dog. You still can't, but holy hell, you could have 3 dogs at a time, which was insane. And also, they were way too fast, so they had to be nerfed. And right now, Hellhounds and Black Ops 4 is in a pretty good state. One of the newest special zombies in Black Ops 4 is the zombie tigers. The special thing about them is that although they have a normal movement speed, they can lunge. And this lunge is complete bullshit because it can auto aim on you even though you might be behind it. There could be a zombie in the way, but it will still try to persist to get you. So it still can get you, but you really need a good object in between you and the tiger in order to stop that. They have a moderate spawn frequency like the Hellhounds, so they're not extremely bad, and they have normal health of a regular zombie, so you're not very likely to kill it if it's lunging at you, but it's pretty balanced because of how much they spawn. The next special zombie I want to go over is also from 9, and it's actually a heavy zombie called the Marauder. Now these are the ones with the blades, they don't have the armor, they just have the helmet. But the special thing about these guys is since it is a heavy boss zombie, it will have higher health than normal zombies, and it also can lunge. But the thing about this lunge is that he warns you before he starts to lunge. This warning is balanced because his attack is actually very powerful. And when he actually hits the ground when he lunges at you, he will multi-hit you, so he can down you pretty damn fast without one-shotting you. I think it's the fastest time to kill out of anything else in zombies that doesn't one-shot you. So now that you know everything about those zombies, take what you know about them and apply it to what I'm about to say, because I'm going to explain the Nosferatu now. I'm just going to explain it, and just think to yourself if this actually seems fair. When you get hit, you are slightly blinded, so the sides of your screen will blacken, and you will hear a heartbeat as if you were about to die. They have high speed, not as high as the dogs, but a little bit faster than regular zombies. It can lunge like the tigers, and it can also multi-hit like the marauders, except not as much, but it can still multi-hit. More than 5 of them can spawn at a time. I'm not sure the exact amount, but more than 5 is well enough. It has a faster attack, so when it is chasing you and it swings at you, it will keep on swinging if you're in the vicinity and you do not run. Remember, this is added on to the slightly blinded effect. It has a small profile, so he is harder to see because of his color, and headshots are hard to get in a regular train of zombies. They have a normal health of a regular zombie, and they hit as much as a normal zombie. What on earth were they thinking? There are so many things that makes the Nosferatus what they are, and I don't know when Treyarch would have decided to cool it down with these guys, but they just wanted to make them as overpowered as they can be. Now, about the first thing that I said, when you're hit, it will seem like you are about to die, which I completely get. It's a special kind of zombie, it's supposed to do something special, and I kind of liked this because it made the gameplay more intense. They have a higher speed, which typically these vermin kind of zombies will have. The lunge, though, was super broken, when they were implemented on tigers, and they just decided to blow it out of proportion because they can multi-hit you. And this multi-hit effect can hit you about twice. I think it's twice. It can be three. I'm not sure. I didn't quite test it. But my point is here that since more than 5 of them can spawn at a time, there's going to be multitudes of these things lunging at you at a time. If one hits you twice and another hits you twice, you're dead in a normal mode of zombies. I remember when they had to nerf the dogs because it was just about killing the dogs, but now these Nosferatus are just something else. You can kind of train on Blood of the Dead and Classified, but on Dead of the Night, it's super hard to do that in some spots. So I am really confused why they made a zombie as hard as it is to kill with its faster attack. So if it doesn't lunge at you, it can still swat you dead really damn quick. And it's not like you can just shoot them to stop them. No, they don't do the stagger effect that when you shoot a normal zombie, he'll kind of stagger and he won't hit you, letting you get past that zombie without too much complication. But you can't do that with the Nosferatus. They just don't care about what you shoot at them. They'll just keep going. You're dead. Bye. Even if you tried, they are still hard to see. So sometimes they just come out of nowhere. They'll blind you, give you that heartbeat, and it can confuse you enough when it gives you a bullshit down. Because of the amount of health that they have, which is about normal what a zombie has, you're just going to be running away from Nosferatus for most of the game, and that's just not fun. And with all of this, when they can hit you so easily, they hit you for full health of what a zombie can hit you for. All of these things combined just confuses me. I don't know why one zombie needs this many attributes to it to make it as bullshitted it is. As it is. What the fuck? They do have slightly a counter for this, which is the silver bullets, but that doesn't do a whole lot. It supposedly does more damage, and it kind of does slow them down, but that's not enough. They will still go very fast, about as fast as a regular zombie at that case, and the damage with a regular gun, you might as well not at higher rounds. And just when you think these guys were bullshit enough, they decided to make it even fucking worse. May I introduce to you the Crimson Nosferatu, the more cancer version of what was already cancer. So additionally to what I just said, these are some attributes that this one has. It has higher health, so a health of a heavy zombie in like 9, and it has a special lunge this time. It can regularly lunge, just this one's just a special lunge. This lunge can happen randomly. They'll randomly just lunge out of nowhere and they will jump on you. With their high health, there's no stopping this. When the Crimson Nosferatu jumps on you, he damages you to 1 health. 1. Like, there's no escape, and it randomly happens, and there's no stopping it. You just get down to 1 health. There is a glitch for this, though, where if you are recovering health at the time and he jumps on you, it won't actually hurt you at all. So that is still a good thing, but it immobilizes the player for 3 seconds, so you completely can't move at all for a solid 3 seconds. And by then you're already swarmed by zombies, and you might as well just just die. Now, this will only happen with the Wonder Weapon quest, which is not to get from Alistair's Folly to the Chaos Theory, it's from the Chaos Theory to Alistair's Annihilator. And it's not even that worth it because I don't even like the weapon that much. I use regular weapons anyways, so I have literally no motive to go do this quest. But the way he spawns is that you go to a tombstone after you get a certain amount of parts. He spawns right there. That should have been the only time he spawns in a regular game if you're just trying to go for a high round. If you're not trying to do the Easter egg, they still spawn. And I hate it. I hate it so much. It's kind of fun to do some quests to get weapons even though I might not use them. But this just makes the rest of my game worse. I just hate it. Now I haven't done the Easter egg and I don't plan on doing the Easter egg ever. But for that, it might be better. But just for playing the map regularly, I'm not going to get the upgrade quest. The Chaos Theory is already good as it is, but still, I don't think the Crimson Nosferatu should only spawn if you're doing the Easter egg and not something for you to go at high rounds with. Now, before I wrap it up here, I just want to mention the fact that there is a second wonder weapon in this map, which I really fucking like. This is a really good wonder weapon, and I'd rather have this over the Alistair's Annihilator, to be frank. I'm not going to talk about it too much other than it is the NX Shadowclaw reskin, which why? I don't understand why that needs to be a thing. Like, you remember that one weapon from Gorod Krovi? It was a super good gun, right? I think it was like the NX Shadowclaw. Dude, that was the best weapon, am I right? But the thing that makes this so special is that it can one-shot the Nosferatus, which I am super happy with if it wasn't so not good of a choice. I mean, it takes up a whole weapon slot. So right there, that just makes me not want it because I'm always using regular ass guns and I don't want to use up one of my weapon slots or run Mule Kick because it's so broken. It's not worth it. Even if I did use Mule Kick, even if it did work, I still have to switch to the gun and that just takes a really long time. So having to pull it out really quick and shooting the Nosferatu takes a super long time, and I might as well just keep it up. It is good against regular zombies because it can one-shot headshot them at any round, which is really fucking cool. But on top of all that, there is an Easter egg quest that you have to do. It's not too hard, it's actually pretty fun to do, but there is a process behind it that you have to deal with. So overall, again, not worth it. I actually think the weapon is really good if you're just using that weapon, but in a normal situation of zombies where I'm just trying to level up guns, it's not my thing. So with all that being said, the Nosferatus are still way too overpowered. They're just not fun to play against. Like whenever I play Dead of the Night, I dread the moment when I made that decision because these guys just give me the most shittiest deaths ever, and I hate it. If I'm going to be using a regular weapon, I might as well just be playing classified because there's only dogs and there's the Nova Crawlers, which are actually fair because of how simple the map is. And 9 overall is just a good map. Even Blood of the Dead, I'd rather play than Night of the Dead just because of the Nosferatus. I love everything about the map except the Nosferatus, and it just frustrates me. And on top of everything, there's the upgraded version of the Nosferatus, which I didn't think anybody needed. They're just so bad. If you go on Reddit, people are making fun of it left and right. I really think Treyarch should do something about these because no way in hell are these things balanced to be put in the game. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know if you agree down in the comments or you just think they're annoying and you can actually counter them in a pretty good way. So if you like the video, like the video. If you like my other videos, make sure you subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you all later unless you see me first. And bye.